Welcome to The Journey. Today we're going to talk about how to list domain names for sale. Hey, I'm Emma, and today I'm joined with our special guest, Joe. Joe, take it away. Tell the viewers at home what you're all about.
Hi, I've been helping people sell domains with GoDaddy for over 10 years, and I'm excited to help anyone who watches learn how to sell their names.
So some of you might be able to relate to this at home. You have a domain name that you no longer need, but have you ever been curious about how much it could be worth if you sell it? I mean, think about it. Like, you decide you no longer want to have your business. I remember my family went through this when they had a cafe in Indiana. You don't just forget about all the things inside the business. You could make a lot of profit off of everything that made that business, the equipment, and sell it. Similar to domains, right?
Yeah, that's right, and that's a great point to bring up. A lot of times people think about their business to sell that when they're done, but they don't think about the domain, the digital property that they own, and that has value. Or you might have bought a name and thought of a great idea that you wanted to get started and get off the ground, like many of us do, and procrastinate and never do anything with it.
Oh, not me. I don't procrastinate at all. What are you talking about?
But that name might just be sitting in your account.
Yeah.
It's likely you're not the only person to have thought of a great idea that name would be helpful for. So why not put it up for sale? People don't often think about the domains that they have in their account that might be expiring that have value, and they can list them and make money.
I like that. So how do you go about selling it then?
It's really easy. So if you have a name that you have with GoDaddy, you can do it right from in your domain control center. There's an option to monetize it, and you can list it for sale. One click of a button,
Awesome.
It'll give you an estimated price that you should sell it at. You can click another button and put it for sale.
Oh, so you can actually know roughly how much you're going to make before you
Right.
sell it, and then you can make a good decision. I like that. I've done that with my car before and realized, oh yeah, this makes a lot of sense to sell. Now, what if you're not a GoDaddy customer, though? Are there other places?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a name that's registered somewhere else, it's just as easy to sell it at GoDaddy. You can go to the auctions, or there's other companies like Cedo.com that you can go list your name, or Dan.com. So there's a lot of options out there for you to list your name, and most of them are very easy.
All right, that sounds awesome, Joe. But before I even sell it, I want to know, I need some transparency here. Like, how much is this domain worth? Can I get those answers?
Sure. There's a couple of great automated tools that you can use. GoDaddy has a valuation tool. There's another company called Estabot. It's estabot.com.
Estabot. Sounds like a fancy name.
It is. It's a fancy algorithm, and it tells you an estimate of what your name is worth. And you can also look at a site called NameBio, and that has a bunch of historical sales of actual names. So you can go look at comparable sales and see if somebody had a name that was similar to yours, what they sold it for. And then you can also, think about it yourself. If it was your business, you have an idea of what kind of revenue that website was generating for you, so you can price it correctly that way.
Oh, that's a good point. Light bulb. Just realized what this reminds me of. It's kind of like real estate, right? So
Right.
if you go to Zillow and you can see roughly how much your house is worth before putting it on the market.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If people think about their website as an address, it really translates over to real estate very well. And when you look at comparable sales, you can look at sites like NameBio and see not only similar names that sold, but you can also see the dates. So you can see similar time
That's
frames,
helpful.
just like on Zillow, where you can
Right.
see, oh, this house sold in my neighborhood last week, and this one sold 3 years ago, so maybe I should go with the newer, more up-to-date stat.
Got it. All right, so thinking back to my family's business, the cafe, Emma's Cafe in Indiana, I know the value of the business, right? That's clear, and I know, therefore, the value of this domain.
Right.
But where do I go next with that to know really where to sell it?
So now that you know that your name's valuable, you have an idea of how many customers come into your business and how much your business makes from that, and what it would be potentially valuable for other people that have cafes to use that name for. You can put a price on it, and when you have a price, you want to go and list it for sale somewhere, right? You want to get it out.
Yeah.
The best way that I know to get it out there is to put it on a site like Afternic, because what they do is they distribute that. Kind of going back to real estate with Zillow and the MLS, when you list your house for sale, it gets distributed to all these other real estate agents around the country. Afternic distributes your name to all these other registrars all around the world. So your name will show up on places like Network Solutions or Hi China in China or Gandhi in India. So you can list it in one place, and then it gets distributed all over the world with the price that you set on it. And that gives you the biggest audience for buyers.
Okay, well, so someone anywhere in the world could buy the domain, mscafe.com, my family's restaurant. But does that mean they're then committed to opening the business, Emma's Cafe?
No, not necessarily. Domains have value in and of themselves. So just like real estate, where somebody might invest in, an empty plot somewhere that's close to the beach
Yes.
or good foot traffic, they might buy your name knowing that it has value for other people who want to open a cafe. So just like there's real estate investors, there's domain investors, and they see names with value and they'll hold those names and sell them to other people.
That makes a lot of sense. I always wish I had that knowledge, especially living in Southern California. A few of my friends, they are in real estate, they got ahead of like what neighborhood's gonna be trendy before it's trendy. Buy that plot, it's worth more later. Same with domains.
Yeah, it's the same thing. People look all day long. Some people make their living buying and selling domain names by finding value that other people don't see.
That's a wrap. You just learned how to list your domain name for sale. Joe, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Be sure to comment below, like this video, and subscribe and ring that bell so you're the first to know about our next episode. This is The Journey.